Good day, OA. My name is Lionel Garcia, and I'm your Vice President of Sales at Agent Development. And I'm excited because today is Monday, and every single Monday, I like to bring to you our Motivation Monday. And really, I'm so happy that you're with us today. And this is going to be a new week, a new Motivation Monday. I'm excited to get started. But before we do, you know what time it is. It's time for our wins of the week. So tell me, what are your wins? Go ahead, drop them in the comment box, in the chat. Let me know. Is this a big win? Is this a small win? Either way, it's still the win. Is it a personal win, a business win? Maybe you took a step forward that's worth celebrating, or maybe you made a new booking with a client that you've been trying to close, or you had a great conversation with a lead, or you learned something new. Maybe this is a personal win. Maybe it's something you want to share on the personal side that you've been working on, or that you've been looking to accomplish, or that you want to celebrate. Love to know what your win is. At least I can tell you on my side, my win. I'm going to share with you a personal win. And that win is that last week I was on vacation, and I was able to spend a week of decompressing and just spending time of changing the routine. It was really not anything that I normally do. We went and spent about 4 days on the beach on Amelia Island and enjoyed ourselves there. And it was really nice to just not have to run kids to school, not have to run kids to after school activities, and just be able to be present and do things. So that's my win. I see here, Rob, you did 2 presentations. You have 2 presentations scheduled with senior recreation groups. I love that, Rob. That's awesome. I know you just left our advanced class, and obviously it sounds like you are pretty motivated. So congratulations. That is a wonderful win. Love hearing about that. So, and here's the thing, really, we'll talk about it later on today with these small changes, these small habits that can equal big impact or create big commissions. And one of those little impacts is to celebrate your wins. So celebrate those wins. They're going to be able to build confidence, and confidence is going to build that momentum. And that's what we're looking to do. So please continue to celebrate your wins and recognize your wins. So let's jump into our segment this week. And that is that small habits can equal big commissions. So that is what our theme is. That's what we're going after. But, here's the thing. The truth is that your business doesn't grow just because of one big moment, right? And it's funny because so many times people see what you're doing, or you're seeing what others are doing, and you're like, oh my goodness. And it really comes across almost as this overnight success. But the truth is that it's not an overnight success. Your business is going to grow because of repeatable actions that you are taking every single day. So success doesn't just grow and doesn't become dramatic. It's actually something that happens because of consistency. So just like a compounding interest, these small habits might not look powerful at first, but they most definitely over time change and grow into massive results. So what I want to do today is share with you five micro habits. Let me turn this off and go here. There we go. 5 micro habits that can change your entire year. And right now, before we do, hold on, we had a comment come in, so let's see. Oh, I love it. Let's celebrate Don here real quick. So Don, your big win this week, you signed up for personal training in Jacksonville. You sold your first Norwegian Alaska cruise, filled 6 rooms already. That's awesome. And received an email from a client vacationing in Aruba. She arrived today and absolutely loves the resort. And they want to book for next year. So Donald, that is awesome. Congratulations. Thanks for sharing that. Let's jump into these 5 micro habits that can most definitely change the rest of your year. We're currently wrapping up the end of Q1. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Time is flying right by. So let's start with number 1. Micro habit is to have 10 minutes of follow-up a day. Here's the thing. This is not a whole hour. This is just 10 minutes. In those 10 minutes alone, you can create thousands of dollars in future bookings. It's just a matter of following up with maybe somebody who hasn't talked to you in a while. Maybe it's a client who just returned from their vacation. Create a schedule where you budget some time, 10 minutes per day, to follow up. That can most definitely be a habit worth forming. Let's see, we have hello from Scott. Hello, Scott. Nice to see you. So let's jump in to micro habit number 2, and that is to do one social post a day. And you're probably thinking, well, Lionel, what social media channel do I use? And you see here, I'm following you, right? I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on YouTube. But where are your clients? Where do you want to find your clients? Where should you be fishing? Well, that's going to be completely up to you. And who are the audience and the clients that you're trying to attract? But staying visible will keep you top of mind, and being top of mind is going to equal more referrals and more clients. So don't be afraid, but yes, put yourself out there and make a post every day. And maybe you need some help though for inspiration or motivation. Well, why not use AI? Here at OA, we have Maggie, which is a phenomenal tool to help you make those posts and generate those posts, to give you the inspiration that you're looking for to go ahead and do that. We even have our marketing center, and we have in the marketing center approach guides as well. So there are solutions to help you make these posts every day. But my suggestion first is, yes, make a post every day. But here's the next, part B is connect with your audience. Let them know that it is you. Share with them what it is you're doing and why it is that you're doing it. All right, micro habit number 3 is learn one new thing each week. So what are these new things that you could learn? Well, maybe it's a supplier tip. Maybe it's a new destination. Maybe it's a new tool. So, these supplier tips, you're learning new things all day long on the OA neighborhood page. There's so much information there that our agents are sharing. Destination, you can become a destination specialist using our OA LMS. We have in our training library, we have destination specialist courses. New tools, how about learning how to use Maggie and better use Maggie? And so here's the thing, small bits of knowledge will build that confidence, and having confidence can most definitely convert your sales. So don't be afraid to go for it and try something new. And so maybe you learn one new thing each week. So it's not every day. This is each week. So now we've covered 10 minutes of follow-up every day. How about one social post per day and learning one new thing each week? So let's jump into micro habit number 4. And this is to check your pipeline daily. So even if it's just for 1 minute, awareness will create intentional action. So who do you have upcoming? Did someone reach out to you and say that they were interested on a vacation? Have you followed up with them? If you followed up with them, have they reached back out? Have you connected with them to see what their interest is? How about the people that you have put together on a trip? Have you asked them for a referral? Have you asked them if there's anyone else interested? So continuously look at your pipeline and understand where your holes, where your opportunities are, who are those that you need to be following up with. One example I'll share with you looking at your pipeline is view your commissions at a glance and see, when is your commission coming in? Is there a month where you have no commission coming in? Well, maybe that's where you want to start finding somebody that could travel at that month so that you can make sure that you have commission coming in every single month. All right, micro habit number 5, and last but not least, is celebrate one win every single day. And one of the things that I try to share with you anytime that I can is that you should be noting your wins, and why not even your losses every day, because what you will find is that at the end of the day, you've actually had and collected more W's than L's at the end of the day, which then will compound itself. So you'll have more wins at the end of the week, and more wins at the end of the month, and more wins at the end of the year. So this would allow you to reward your progress and create more progress. That is what you want to do by celebrating your wins every single day. So don't, sometimes we We like telling ourselves, oh, yeah, I know that I did that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But you know what? For you, that might have been a small win. But for somebody else, that may have been a huge win. So don't be afraid of telling yourself that that was a win, writing it down and celebrating that win and that accomplishment. There is a comment here. This is I think this is a good win. Michael started with Haven NCL Group back in May with 0 people. So he's talking about social media. And today he's sitting at 981 members. Here's a comment he received this week. Doing our first family cruise and first in Haven on the Prima in late June. Have gotten a ton of good advice from other forums and YouTube videos, but this seems to be the jackpot. Looking forward to following along. So Michael, congratulations. I know you and I worked on some strategies on how you could maximize your love for Norwegian and the Haven and share that with an audience. And so back when we started this, you went ahead, gosh, I can't believe it was May last year. You started this group. And I love seeing the success that you've had so far. So congratulations. So these micro habits, they're going to compound. They're going to build discipline. They're going to build momentum. Momentum will build money. These small habits can and will equal those big commissions. So that's the formula. It's that simple, right? So 5 habits that you need to follow that can help you get there. So number 1 is follow up. Number 2, 1 social media post a day. Number 3, learning 1 new thing per week. Number 4, checking your pipeline daily. And number 5, celebrate those wins. So here is your call to action. I think it's pretty simple. I'm sure you know what it is, but I want you to pick 1 micro habit from today's list and commit to doing it every day this week, unless you pick, obviously, the 1 new thing per week, but just 1. So what are you going to do? How will you schedule in those 10 minutes of follow-up daily? What are your posts going to look like every single day? What is the 1 new thing that you can learn this week? And checking your pipeline every morning, or is it at night before you go to bed so you can prepare yourself for the next day? So just ask yourself, what is, and this is, I never like asking this, what do the easiest thing. I love quoting my friend John Grutzner. He always said, eat your veggies first. Nobody likes eating vegetables, so eat your veggies first. But what is the easiest habit that you can start today that the future you is going to thank you? And that is what you want to do. So start small and stay consistent, and then let those results just stack up. It's going to be that simple. We're going to go into our quote of the day, also from an anonymous person. Nazi, I miss you too. Thanks for following along. I love that I see you here. So hi, Nazi. And so let's jump into your quote of the day. Oh my goodness. I did not put in the correct quote in here, but today's quote of the day is, success is not built on intensity. It is built on consistency. So let me put it up here. Success is not built on intensity. It is built on consistency. So here's the thing. You're probably thinking, I need to work my mind and come up with a strategy and make it go and go big or go home. And the truth is, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. That may work for some of you, and that's okay. But what I want to tell you, and why this quote is written here, is I want to give you courage that it's okay. And you could start small and just take small steps, but just make sure that each step that you're taking gets you closer to that goal or what you're trying to accomplish. So work on these 5 micro habits. These are things that could be easy to do. I wanted to share with you, there is a book called Atomic Habits, and this book can help you kind of work into creating more habits that can stick. But don't be afraid to let that be your guide, that success is not built on intensity. It's built on the consistency of doing the right thing or doing small things over a long period of time. And one of the best examples I could give is if any of you have been to the gym, you could work really hard one day, and the next day you are sore as all get out and you can't move. And you didn't lose any weight, and you probably didn't really get stronger. You probably even hurt yourself. But if you work with discipline, and you go to the gym on a consistent basis, and you lift not super heavy where you're going to hurt yourself, but heavy enough where you can continue to show up the next day and the next day and the next day over a longer period of time, you will see that those small habits will create unstoppable success. So I want to say thank you so much for, there were some comments here. I don't want to let them go. We got love that. And we got Matthew, interesting. Thanks, Matt. And Michelle, better to just show up than not show up at all. Amen, Michelle. That is awesome. And patience is key. Jim, this is awesome. I know you've built quite a very unique and special agency, and I'm sure you've had to have moments where you've had to exhibit patience, because some of the things that you're doing, you might be expecting big results, and you do end up getting those big results, but it does take time. So I want to close by saying thank you so much for coming and being a part of our Motivation Monday. I want you to build those small habits and let them lead you to those big commissions, or better yet, how about just the big impact that you want to make in your business or that you want to make in this world. So until next week, look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye-bye.